All right, now we were thinking about this last time. We started doing this introduction here with this function notation and stuff. If you remember, I wrote down f of x equals y. Remember, and I told you this number inside here represented your x number, and the number out here represented the y number. That's the last thing that we talked about. All right, then we also said, well, you ought to be able to take this notation and realize it forms an ordered pair of x, y. Okay, so then this would be the x coordinate, this would be the y coordinate of an ordered pair. And we were looking at them the last time we met in an XY table. All right, so we had points and we were looking at it the same way. Okay, we've also done this algebraically, but now you're going to do it from a graph. So this says take 2, put it in the f function. You're putting the 2 in though for the x. Okay, I'm putting it in for the x value. So this is my x axis. So this tells me go to 2 on the x axis. Okay, right there. And then go find the graph. So either go up or down until you hit the graph. I'm going to hit the graph at that point right there. And then what y value is spit out right there, a -2. So this one has to be a -2. And it forms the ordered pair 2, -2 on the graph. Okay. Doing that same concept. This is 1. I'm supposed to plug it into the function. It is the x value. So I'm going to go to the x-axis. I'm going to go over till I get to 1. Okay, so I'm right there. Now I either have to go up or down until I hit the function. If I go down, it's an open dot, which means it's not really included. So going down is not going to work to hit the function. I'm going to have to go up to hit the function. And it is a solid dot, so that's good. That's that point right there. So 1 is 2. Because you're taking the answers from the y-axis. Because all of these are your y values. Okay, now this is kind of a trick question, but happens, all right? And it's why you get the error on the calculator sometimes. This says take 4 for the x value, put it into the function. Again, for my x value. So I'm going to go to the x-axis. I'm going to go to 4. So here's 4. Now I either move straight up and hope I hit the function, or I move straight down and I hope that I hit the function. But do I hit the function? No. All right, so you know how your calculator gives you an error? All right, it's because the function is not defined. So f of 4 is undefined. And our calculator doesn't write the word undefined. The calculator spits out error. Okay, but the function is not defined because when I moved up and I moved down, I didn't hit the function at all. Okay, now we did this backwards last time we met, but again, we didn't do it with a graph. We did it with our XY table. All right, stop and think about what this means. This means this is my f of x, and this is the y value. Okay, so in other words, I need to find the ordered pair that ends in a -2, or just go to the y-axis, go to -2. Okay, so I'm going to, since this is a y value, and this is my y-axis, I'm going to go to my y-axis. I'm going to go to -2. Now I can't go up or down to hit the function because I'm thinking, yeah, think backwards. I need to go left or right. All right, so I can go to the right and get an x value of 2. So that's one possible answer. So x could be 2, because if I do 2, -2, that's a point on the graph. Now, is there possibly another one? Yeah, you got to look really good, because I could go to the left and also get that point right there, and that is an x value of -3, because there's 2 points on there, -3, -2. I'm just going to write this in general over here. -3, -2 is a point on that graph. -3, -2, it's right there. The point 2, -2 is also a point on there, because if I go to the 2 and down 2, plot that point, it's right there. All right, so thinking of them as ordered pairs, the x values have to be those 2 choices. And you can have more than one answer. It doesn't have to just be one answer. It can be more than one answer. All right, so this is taking the function notation and then thinking backwards. Okay, we've done function notation algebraically, plug it in, just crank it out. We've done it with an XY table. Again, this helps a lot with the XY table. It also helps a lot with the graph, but it's the exact same thing. I could technically plot every point that is on this graph and put it in an XY table and could have asked you the exact same questions, just like we did the last time we met. Except instead of giving you that XY table, we're giving you a graph instead. Okay.